Well, it has been hot as blazes here in Chaco for the last week or so. I finally found a shady spot now, so we'll get on with this thing. Probably hot where you are too now. I just thought I'd go through a little thing with you today that I've been thinking about. Preachers just have a tougher time than most of the rest of us when it comes to expressing their true feelings, even in situations where true feelings need to be expressed. You understand what I'm saying? But sometimes opportunities come along where those feelings can be expressed in a way most folks would call appropriate, both in content and intent. Like the time several years ago out here in this area, a preacher went to his church on a Monday morning and found a dead mule in the churchyard. There comes a car right there in front of the place. Anyway, he found his dead mule in front of the church in the churchyard. Now, I have buried several horses, and burying something like that is not an easy task, especially when you've got a little small place like a churchyard. So he didn't know what to do with it, and so he called the police department, and they came out, but they said that since there didn't appear to be any foul play involved, they referred him to the health department. Well, the health department told him that there wasn't any health threat right now that they could see, so he ought to call the sanitation department. Well, the sanitation manager said that he couldn't pick up the mule without authorization from the mayor. Well, now the preacher knew the mayor, and he was not eager to call him. The mayor had a bad temper and just a foul mouth and in a foul mood all the time. Seemed to always be in a bad humor, and he's just generally hard to get along with. But preacher called him anyway, and the mayor was in his usual bad mood. He immediately began to rant and rave at the pastor and finally said, "Why'd you call me anyway?" in a smart aleck voice. And he said, "Ain't it your job to bury the dead?" Well, the preacher gritted his teeth, stopped a few seconds for a brief prayer, and asked the Lord to direct his response. And he was led to say, "Yes, Mayor, it is my job to bury the dead, but I always like to notify the next of kin first." Now, I don't know whether that story is true or not, but I hope it is. I know some mayors like that. You probably do too. Anyway, it's a good story whether it's true or not. I'm Jim Ritchie. I'll see you again next time.